Hey folks, I'm Nicole Gilbert, and this is the Sampler Spree Slow Along. This video, we are doing block number 56 named Maze, and it is on page 46 of Susan Aki's book. And this one is the perfect block to follow good vibrations. If you've done good vibrations already, you will know that it has a ton of tiny little pieces. And this doesn't. I mean, yeah, it's got 1.5 inch squares. I mean, that is what it is. But 1.5 inch squares feel so manageable after those teeny tiny pieces in good vibrations. And super straightforward patchwork construction. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to lay out our blocks the way that they need to be laid out. And maybe I'm just in the euphoria of post good vibrations, but even this seems manageable, comparatively speaking. So the first thing that we are going to do is sew together these 8 1.5 inch squares. So they're each in pairs, your light and your dark. And so we're going to sew together those pairs, and that's going to really help shrink everything up. And from there on out, just kidding. I take that back. We're not going to sew it together in that order. We're going to look at this in quadrants. And so we're going to sew together these two and these two, these two and these two. All right? And then that's going to allow us to basically do little log cabins. That's what these quadrants are, is just little log cabins. Alrighty? Let's get sewing. So now that that's done, it already is starting to look exactly how we need it to. So now we are going to take our 2 small squares that have been sewn together and the vertical bar that's right next to it, and we're going to sew them together. And so we're going to do that here, 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 and here. Okay, so now that we're back from the pressing station, we're going to sew each of these horizontal bars to our little baby log cabin that is starting to form. And so we'll sew this to that, and this to that. All right, so now we're just sewing these last pieces onto our little log cabins, and then it's time to put them all together. How adorbs are these cute little itty bitty log cabins? So now we're gonna sew together the top ones, we're gonna sew together the bottom ones, and then we'll sew them all together and your block will be complete. Okay, so we've completed those rows and now we're just gonna sew it together, and at that point, your maze block will be complete. Okay, folks, there you have it. It's maze. Use the hashtag SamplersPrettySlowAlong so I can see what your maze looks like, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.